It's 1:47 a.m. Your room is dark. Your phone brightness is at exactly 3% because you respect your eyes but not your sleep schedule. You were supposed to sleep. Instead, you're thinking about someone who texted you 3 years ago, your ex, or a person you met once at a wedding whose name you don't remember, but whose vibe has haunted you ever since. Suddenly, emotions feel louder. Love feels deeper. Loneliness feels personal. And your brain goes, you know what would fix this? Romance. Or, at least, a series of extremely poor decisions. So, why does this happen? Why does love feel more intense at night? Why do people have more sex at night? And why does humanity, collectively, lose emotional stability after sunset? This isn't poetry. This isn't fate. This is biology and conditioning. And the fact that we are just slightly smarter animals with Wi-Fi. 1. The night removes distractions, including your dignity. During the day, your brain is busy. You're thinking about deadlines, assignments, money, food, and pretending to be productive. Your emotional brain is locked in the back seat, like a child with a juice box and no opinions that matter. But at night, no emails, no meetings, no responsibilities yelling your name. Just you, your thoughts, and the uncomfortable silence where your feelings have been hiding rent-free. Psychologically, nighttime removes external stimulation, which means your brain turns inward. And when the brain turns inward, it doesn't ask, are these thoughts useful? It asks, are these thoughts dramatic enough to ruin my sleep? This is why love feels cinematic, loneliness feels heavier, and texting your ex feels like a reasonable scientific experiment. 2. Your brain is tired, and tired brains make terrible decisions. Here's the problem. Your brain at night is not at full capacity. It is running on fumes, vibes, and unresolved emotions. Self-control is powered by the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for logic, restraint, and not embarrassing yourself. By night, this region is exhausted. It's been working all day, holding back intrusive thoughts like, no, we will not overshare in that meeting, or no, we will not fall in love with a stranger who smiled once. At night, the prefrontal cortex clocks out without notice. Meanwhile, the emotional brain, the limbic system, is still awake, caffeinated, and extremely invested in your love life. So now, emotions are louder, impulses are stronger, and consequences feel like a problem for tomorrow you, who you deeply disrespect. Love doesn't feel deeper at night. Your emotional filter is just offline. 3. Hormones. The night shift workers. Contrary to popular belief, your hormones don't ring a bell like, attention, everyone. It is now sexy time. Hormones are more subtle than that. At night, cortisol, stress hormone, drops, melatonin rises, testosterone stays active, and dopamine sensitivity increases. Translation, you're calmer, more relaxed, more emotionally open, and slightly more impulsive, which is a dangerous combination for texting, decision-making, or remembering that sleep is, in fact, essential for survival. You don't become horny at night because hormones command it. You become receptive. Your brain goes, life is quiet. Guards are down. Let's feel things. And feelings tend to wander into places they shouldn't. 4. We are literally trained to have sex at night. This part is important. Multiple studies, including one from 1982 and a follow-up in 2005, tracked when people actually have sex. The result. Most sexual activity happens in the evening, at night, and slightly again in the early morning. Not because humans are biologically programmed to do it at night, but because we were trained to. Think about it. Night equals privacy. Night equals bed. Night equals partner is available. Night equals no boss, no parents, no witnesses. Your brain loves patterns. Just like bed equals sleep, phone equals doom scroll, kitchen at 2 a.m. equals regret. Night becomes associated with intimacy. So even if your hormones don't scream, sex now, your brain gently whispers, this is the usual time. Convenience slowly becomes desire. Romantic. No. Efficient. Unfortunately, yes. 5. Darkness makes everything feel deeper. Darkness does something sneaky to the human mind. Without visual stimulation, imagination increases, self-awareness increases, emotional sensitivity increases. This is why conversations feel deeper at night, secrets come out at night, and trauma schedules its meetings after midnight. In the dark, your brain fills gaps with emotion. You're not distracted by faces, surroundings, or reality. You're focused on tone, touch, and thoughts, which is why love feels more intense at night. You're not seeing the world. You're feeling it, sometimes inaccurately. 6. Night is when we stop performing. During the day, we perform. We're professional, polite, and functional. At night, performance ends. You're no longer productive, impressive, or pretending to have life together. You're just human. And vulnerable people crave connection. Unfortunately, the brain often confuses connection with love, intimacy, or maybe I should text someone I shouldn't. Night strips away identity layers. What's left is need. 7. Why love feels realer at night, but isn't always. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Nighttime emotions feel real, but they're not always accurate. Fatigue amplifies emotion. Loneliness feels existential. Attraction feels fated. Memories feel romantic instead of realistic. Your brain stops asking, "Is this good for me?" and starts asking, "Does this feel intense enough to matter?" Intensity does not equal truth, but the brain absolutely loves intensity. 8. Why people don't have sex at 2 p.m. in the office. Biologically, desire can happen anytime. Psychologically, you've learned restraint. Humans are very good at suppressing urges until the appropriate time. Night is safe. Night is private. Night is socially acceptable. This is why people don't say, "Let's emotionally connect under fluorescent lighting." We delay desire until night, when rules soften and judgment sleeps. 9. Night makes connection feel urgent. At night, time feels strange. Everything feels temporary, fleeting, and now or never. This is why people fall in love faster at night, confessions happen at night, and "I miss you" texts are rarely sent at noon. Night tricks the brain into urgency. You feel like, if I don't feel this now, I'll lose it forever. That's not romance. That's exhaustion wearing a hoodie. 10. So, is nighttime love fake? No, but it is filtered differently. Night removes logic and amplifies emotion. Day adds realism and restraint. Neither is wrong. But night shouldn't be the only time you trust your feelings. If it still feels real in the morning, congrats. That one might be legit. If not, that was your brain free trialing vulnerability. Love feels intense at night because you're tired, you're alone, your brain is bored, and humans deeply hate silence. You're not dramatic. You're not broken. You're just human after dark. Alright, so now the question arises, who is actually more horny, men or women? And before the internet starts foaming at the mouth, let me give my extremely credible qualification. I've been single for the first 22 years of my life. I will turn 23 on the 19th. Yes, that means my experience is 100% theoretical, 0% practical, and emotionally unhinged. So trust me. Now there's this ancient saying, passed down through generations from the medieval era, carved into WhatsApp forwards, "Men are horny at night." Bro, this statement is outdated. Please stop this nonsense. Men are horny by default. Women are horny when conditions load. Men, always on. Women, context-sensitive premium feature. And this whole "men are horny at night" thing? Men are horny 24/7. Night removes supervision. Daytime men equals pretending to be productive. Nighttime men equals same thoughts, no witnesses. Women aren't hornier at night either. They're just finally not stressed, not busy, and not dealing with idiots. Am I right, ladies? So yeah, desire didn't increase. Tolerance for nonsense decreased. So who's more horny, men or women? Doesn't matter. Because you aren't having sex anyway. It's 2 a.m. You're watching this alone. Your phone is in dark mode. Your future partner is still a stranger. And don't worry, I'm not judging you. I'm 23. I've been single since the first 22 years of my life. I will turn 23 this 19. So, this isn't science anymore. This is a support group. Now go to sleep. Nothing romantic is happening tonight. Not for you. Not for me. Good night. Subscribe. This channel understands you. Unfortunately,